What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost an arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, Raider Nation, Raider Nation. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It is your boy Darian, and we are live for another day of Spotlight Raiders Talk. I am your host, Darian of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. We really do appreciate all the love and all the support that we've been getting in these last couple of days, you know, coming off the Monday night win, but now it's Friday. The Raiders have moved on, and we got ready for Pittsburgh. Before we start all the updated injury reports and anything of that nature, I'd like to shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Dominique 5, John Raider, Jesse, Coach Dante, Raider Pete. What's up, Coach? What's going on, Coach Dante? What's good? Jesse Guerrero, Bruce Rose, if I said that correctly. Raider Pete, Stock and Collie, where you at? Raider Carlos in the building. John Raider says Yannick should not play Sunday. Let him heal. If he played and his hamstring would get worse and miss more time, like the donkey player, hurt his knee, went back on the field and was out for 8 weeks. Hey, I'll have my opinion on that once I get to everybody. Raider Carlos says it's go time. It raised the Cali Howie. It's been a long time. Facts. For life, our Raider story. What's going on, Raider Lady? What's going on? I don't care how healthy Yannick is. I'm sitting him this week. I'd rather him miss a game than miss 4 to 8 weeks. The Pittsburgh don't go to. I know don't got no Steelers. I don't know what you mean by that, Chevy Silver Raider. Shout out Spot. What's going on? Corey Woods. What's going on? Yeah, Yannick should be out as well as long as Jacobs. What's going on, y'all? Chronicles of the Black Hole was good. Let Jacobs rest for 4 weeks if he needs the turf toe is no joke. But before we get into any of the stories, let's do this.
Touchdown Raiders!
All right, so here we go, y'all. Here we go. So it's a lot of injury reports that have came out. Arku, what's going on, Arku? Jacobs is out. That is a question, but we are going to get into that. We are going to get into the injury report. I am going to go to RaidersWire.com, and we're going to talk about it. That's the first thing I want to talk about on the injury report. Keith Meeks, what's going on? Sean Johnson, what's going on? Justice Same was going on. Anthony, was going on? I left out, but is in the Mac Dre song. Okay, I get what you're saying there. I don't see. I'm waiting for Twitter. I'm waiting for the people to put out the injury report. For what I've known for Josh Jacobs is out for this game, but I'm not really too worried about him being out due to the fact that he was hurt coming into this season. And I said it. I have a feeling that this is going to happen. So according to Mitchell Renz, I don't know if you saw Mitchell Renz of the Las Vegas Raiders report put on Twitter that Nick Witkowski is out, Richie Incognito's out, Marcus Mariota's out, Darius Fallon is questionable, and Carl Nassib is questionable. But so Keon Drake will get the start for Josh Jacobs. Keon Drake will get the start for Josh Jacobs in this upcoming game. Jalen Richard is on IR acting like a pussy. That's exactly what Jalen Richard is. He's on the IR acting like a pussy. He don't come back to after week 4. So forget him. I'm not really worried about Jacobs out. And I'm glad Drake is our backup. He is a workhorse. He was a workhorse where he was in Arizona. So, in my opinion, when it comes to Keon Drake, hold on, y'all. I'm still trying to get things together. Give me a second. I'm trying to get things here because it's hot as hell in here. It's hot as hell in here. Incognito is out. Nick Wachowski is out with a concussion, but I'm trying to see if there's any more information on the injury report for what I've seen. Let me just look it up. Okay, so according to Paul Gutierrez, I'm about to pull it up, y'all. I'm about to pull up the injury report as we speak. So just bear with me here. Yeah, Mama Spotlight is calling. Hold on, y'all. Mama Spotlight is calling. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to put y'all on mute real quick. I apologize. Mama Spotlight was calling. Shout out to Mama Spotlight. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And this is, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me know if y'all can see this here. But this is the injury report according to Paul Gutierrez. He says that Josh Jacobs is one of the 5 ruled out for Sunday's game against Pittsburgh, along with Richie Incognito, Nick Wachowski, Roderick Teamer, and Marcus Mariota. So Devon Diablo with an ankle. He did have full participation all week, so we don't know his game status yet. But according to Devon Diablo, Brian Edwards, Cleveland Farrell, Jonathan Hankins, they're all like they're going to be available for Sunday's game. Richie Incognito did not participate. He's out. Alec Ingold, he was limited Wednesday and Thursday, but he was a full participant in Friday practice. That is a good start there. And then you have Josh Jacobs, did not participate all week. His status is out, since I already stated. Andre James with an elbow, he was a full participant all week, like he's going to play this week. Nick Wachowski with a concussion, he's going to be out. So Andre James is going to play. Nick Wachowski is out. According to Dalen Levitt with a hip injury, but he was a full participant all week. It's like we're going to have him on Sunday. Marcus Mariota, we all know with the quad, he needs to retire too. I'm so sick of him. Did not participate. He's going to be out. So that's 4 players that's going to be out. Carl Nassib, he was limited. Carl Nassib did not participate in Wednesday's practice. He was limited yesterday. He was limited today. He is questionable. Yannick Ngakoue, they did say that he's a go for Sunday, but I'm gonna get into that. Denzel Pyramid was limited all week, and like his game status is going to be good. Roderick Teamer is out for this week, so that's the 5th player that's going to be out. And Darius Fallon, he did not participate in Friday's practice, so he's questionable. So we have 3 players that's questionable and 5 players that's going to be out, plus everybody's on the injury reserve. This is going to be, I'm nervous. Should we be concerned right now? Going into Pittsburgh? Can we just skip week 2? Can we just have a bye week in week 2? But for Pittsburgh, they do have Carlos Davis, their defensive tackle. He's out for the game as well. But they do have 3 players that is questionable, and that's Joe Hayden, Devin Bush, and Zach Gentry. They haven't been not listed, but they did not participate, especially Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron had did not participate in yesterday's practice, but he was full in this practice. Joe Hayden limited, Devin Bush was limited, and Zach Gentry was limited. Ben Roethlisberger, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Robert Spillane was all full participants. Carlos Davis was not a participant in all week, so he's out. So I think defensively, I'm pretty worried on the defensive side. But this is where depth. I think his depth is battle tested. I think it's where depth is really the next man has to get up. And I just feel like with all these injuries, like it's just weird to me how all these injuries just come out of nowhere. It just weird to me how all these injury lists just come out of nowhere. I understand you played in the first game. I understand the soreness. If you want to sit out because of soreness, then that's your problem. You know what I'm saying? But Yannick Ngakoue, let me just address this, man. If he says that he's ready to go, he's going to play. Do I agree with it? No. But if the guy wants to play and he feels that he's good enough to play in Sunday's game, let him play. Let him play. And I'm not taking nobody's opinion away. I know he should rest. Don't get me wrong. Do I agree with it? No. But I guess anything possible for him to win the football game, let him play. He said that he wanted to play. From what I remembered, he said that he wanted to play. So I don't see an issue in that. But it's just a personal opinion. It's just a personal opinion when it comes to Yannick Ngakoue. I just think when it comes to him, he's his own man. And if that's what he wants to do, if he feels though that is the best thing that he wants to do, let him do it. Is his injury, is his body. He's the only one that can say this is his body. This is what he want to do. And that's what's going to happen. So shout out to Yannick Ngakoue. I would rather have Yannick against Big Ben next week or against Tua. Either one. So according to Victor Ford, I just got a tweet. According to Victor Ford, Yannick Ngakoue hamstring playing Sunday. He wants to win and he knows he has time. No, he said he wants, according to Yannick Ngakoue's quote, it says that he wants to win and he knows what he has to do to help them win. That sounds like he wanted to play. That sounds like he wanted to play. That's according to Victor Ford. Okay, so Levi Damien of Twitter says, keep an eye out on the status of Darian Fallon. He suffered a knee injury in Thursday practice and didn't practice Friday. He's officially questionable, and he was the team best looking defensive tackle versus the Ravens. So I'm getting the tweets because I got the notifications on, so I will be getting those tweets. But as far as Yannick goes, he definitely wants to play. He loves being a Raider. He's being a leader. Let the man play if he feels like he's 100%. But if he feels like that, then let the boy play. Let him play. I mean, I feel like he should sit out. So no, he's in. Jack Kenner, he's in. They saying that he's questionable, but according to what we saw in the presser, which I will be playing in the presser. So, which I'll be playing the presser. Just give me a second here. I'm just all over the place trying to start this. That's leadership in Yannick. Yannick is playing is huge. What's up, Spotlight? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. But basically, yeah, the man wants to play, and I can't be mad at him if he wants to play. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all come on in, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. And it's the Spotlight Raiders talk, y'all. So let's talk about the offensive line, ladies and gentlemen. Offensive line. So I don't know if y'all saw that. I do have a screenshot of Tashawn Reed's tweet about the offensive line. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all real quick because I just feel like I gotta have the facts for y'all. I gotta have the facts. So where is it at? I can't find it anywhere, y'all. So my apologies. That Drake signing looking better and better. It is. It's definitely looking better and better. Listen, this is why they brought Drake in. Because of the injury-prone running back that we have in Josh Jacobs. So let me see. Okay, here it goes. It's right here. So it looks like, this is from Tashawn Reed. Ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the starting against the Steelers. Is going to the starting offensive line. You have Colton Miller, John Simpson. So Colton Miller's at the left tackle. John Simpson is at the left guard. You got Andre James starting at center. You got Jermaine Eleanor, if I said that name correctly. He would be the right guard, and Alex Leatherwood would be the right tackle. The backup at center would be Nick Martin. The backup at guard would be Jordan Simmons / Martin, and the backup tackle will be Brandon Parker. So that is the statuses for all the offensive line. That is the starters and the backups. The backups is a backup center, Nick Martin. The backup guard is Jordan Simmons and Nick Martin. And the backup tackle is Brandon Parker. So that would be your offensive line against the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. So Jermaine Ellimore is making his start, y'all. He is making his start in week 2. Now, according to RaidersWire.com, it says that the NFL can be a crazy business, and it can say that, a little bit over 2 weeks ago, Jermaine Ellimore was a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sunday, he'll make his first start as the Las Vegas Raiders with his 4th team in 9 months. That concerns me. Ellimore's football life has taken him literally across the globe. Born in England, Ellimore started his life in sports as a football player, but the kind of actually uses the feet more than hands. That's what we call soccer. But eventually he became big for what the football explained as rugby. He started playing that. So this is a little bit we need to know about Ellimore, having him as a Raider as well. So it's saying here that his family moved to New Jersey when he was a teen and then got into American football. He did say that he applied for 120 schools that had him and telling him in words that he sucked, blah, blah, blah. So he did play 4 years with the Aggies, 5th round pick by the Baltimore Ravens. 2 weeks after that, he will enter the Raiders season opening game versus the Raiders in the first quarter. The injured Denzel Good went down with his career. So basically, it's the journey for him to be a part of this starting line. So this would be the 12th career start for Ellimore. So it'd be the 12th career start. The most of those was 8 coming out at right tackle last season, including with the Patriots and including in the season finale. That versatility, the part that made him a player with the Raiders, were interesting. That in picking up where his utility guard / tackle, they didn't expect him to be starting in the second week, but here we are. And I think Ellimore is a testimony, man. He's definitely a testimony to what we need. He's a testimony to what we want and what we need. So his story is dope. He did a story on the NFL. He jumped from a lot of teams, but I think Regis is already up there, Silver Life Rob. I think Regis is already up there, but I still feel like at the end of the day that the Raiders, we're going to have to really grind it out. We're going to really have to grind it out for us, y'all. And I am taking phone calls today. I will be opening up the phone lines probably between 4:30 and 4:45. I'll definitely be taking up the phone lines there. But when it comes to the Raiders, it's going to be interesting. If we win this game with the amount of injuries we have, we're making the playoffs. That's on some real shit. Shout out to Raider Pete. All aboard Raider says the Peyton Barber is getting the touches this week. Have Alex Leatherwood and one tight end to back TJ Watt, you mean? Is TJ Watt like we get against Mac in London? That could work. That could definitely work, y'all. But I got another question for y'all, and I know this is on the offense side of the ball. And I feel this, and I need to ask this question. And I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. And thank you, Raider Way. I really do appreciate that, Raider Way. I really do appreciate that, brother. But I have to say, man, I really have to say that before we get into any of this, if y'all have not subscribed to the Spotlight Sports Network, I hope you do right now. Just type in Spotlight Sports Network. Please go subscribe to that channel. If it wasn't for that channel, I wouldn't be here today. And I'm just being honest. I would not be here today if it wasn't for the Spotlight Sports Network. So make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to that channel. And I appreciate everything. So I am live on that channel as well over there. So go show that channel some love as well. But my question to y'all is, does the Raiders wide receiver Bryan Edwards need more targets? Put yes in the comments or put no in the comments. Yes in the comments or no in the comments. Do y'all think Brian Edwards needs more targets? Yes or no? Let them know. So we got yes, more targets. Yup, cool, Kev. I don't want to hear. Let me see. A lot of 2 and 3 tight end sets this week, possibly. No, come on, all aboard Raiders. What you mean? No. Are you serious? I think they do need more targets. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Absolutely, I think he needs more targets. Come on, y'all. Come on, all aboard Raiders. You the only one saying no. You the only one saying no, brother. He has to get consistent separation. I think he will. I think week to week that he will. Mind you, it's some good defenses out there. He's still young, but I think you need to try to throw his way, not wait to the fourth quarter to do it. Y'all gotta, if you want to gel, you gotta get him involved. You gotta at least have a couple targets per quarter. A couple targets per quarter. That's just me. That's just me. So, yes, he's young. He's definitely going to need the targets. So, one of the stars in week 1 win with the Raiders was Brian Edwards. Made several big catches, including the one that nearly was a game winner, but his fellow receiver Henry Ruggs was nearly invincible in the first half. So how would the Raiders handle both Edwards and Ruggs going into week 2? How many more targets does Edwards deserve against the Pittsburgh Steelers? Now, according to Christopher Knox in the Bleacher Report, he did write and said that about the changes to the team needs heading into week 2 for the Raiders and was getting Edwards more in early game targets. I just stated that. And here's a quick what he had to say about it. He said the 2023 round pick has only one single target in the first half. He caught 4 passes for 4 targets in the second half and an overtime finish with 81 yards and nearly notching a game-winning touchdown, and he was stopped short of the goal line. Edwards provided a passer rating of 118.7 when he targeted against Baltimore, while other wideouts like Henry Ruggs, 2 receptions on 5 targets, struggled to make a significant impact. Edwards was a difference maker, and he finished only behind Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow and Keon Drake in receptions, behind only Waller in receiving yards. While it seems easy that Edwards deserves a few targets per quarter, it is important to remember his role in the offense. Now, passing is a funnel through Darren Waller, and with Edwards and Ruggs serving as a complementary roles. Now, for Edwards and Ruggs to receive more targets, they need to win consistently in one-on-one coverage, like Dominique Fobb was saying, and able to make big plays downfield. If this team throw more defenders at Waller, that's when the sophomore receivers need to be ready. Don't expect Edwards to see a significant more targets in week 2, but he'll be relied on in the big spots to make first downs. I agree. Because I feel like on Monday night, we was kind of struggling to get the ball to Ruggs and Edwards because Carr was looking at just Waller in that first quarter. He was just looking at Waller, and I think he should not have to look at Waller. It took the second quarter to get Renfrow involved. You got to start getting these guys involved early. I don't care. You got to learn how to spread the ball out. 19 targets is a lot for a week 1 tight end. That is a lot. I'm surprised Darren Waller is not on this injury list. The way he played, I thought Waller was not on this injury list. And can you stop spamming Turbo Duran? I can't. If you spam, it messes up my channel and I lose my channel. Can you please not spam? Thank you. There's the reason Hunter Renfrow is open and he creates space. Absolutely. Sometimes if they have a scheme for Waller and Renfrow, who do you go to next? That's why these guys like Ruggs and Edwards had to be ready. And for real, Edwards stepped up in a big time. Ruggs, when we needed a big catch, you know what I'm saying? Ruggs got that big catch. Waller is the truth, don't get me wrong. But if he's getting double, but you can't throw it to him every down. He threw the ball over 50 times, though. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like 19 targets is a bit much. Understand he's your number one receiver, but everybody's going to go into that. Everybody's going to go into a game. They're going to go into a game defending Waller. How to stop Waller? Now it's up to Derek Carr to not force it into double coverage. He can't force it into double coverage. I don't care if you're a number one receiver or not. I'm not forcing the ball to Waller in double coverage. I'm just not. When you have other receivers open, why are you forcing it into double coverage? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in my opinion. And Zay Jones. Zay Jones showed you need to spread the ball out a little bit more because they're going to come in trying to defend Waller. They already know this. So now you got to spread the football. Whoever's open, you got to give it to them. I don't care if it's for 5 yards. I don't care if it's for 8 yards. I don't care if it's for 10 yards. They're going to double. They're going to double Waller almost every damn down. I bet you that. They're going to double him every time, and they're going to try to scheme around him. So now that's where you got the Foster Monroes of the world, the Zay Jones of the world, the Ruggs and the Edwards and the Renfros of the world. You have to spread the ball out. Kenyon Drakes of the world. You just can't keep throwing a Waller in double coverage and expect him to have every catch. No, we can't be one-dimensional like that. We just can't. We can't be one-dimensional like that. I don't care if he threw the ball 59 times. I don't care. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Some of them, he had 8 different players with a catch, but he threw it to Waller 19 times. Where's those? And them 19 times, one of them could have been an interception because he's forcing it to Waller. I'm not going to sit here and say this. There's no way in the first quarter on all 3 downs he throws the Waller. All 3 downs? Come on now. All 3 downs? I said it. I said it in the live stream on Monday. I'm not going to sit here and have Carr drop back and look at Waller 3 times in a row, and we got a 3 and out because of it. We got a 3 and out because of it. It's enough said. He didn't start going to 8 different receivers ready to tape. He didn't start. He only had like 7. He had like 6 or 7 receptions. But Renfro was a big part of that. But he didn't start going to Renfro until that second and third quarter. But that first quarter in itself, Waller already had almost 10 targets in that first quarter. He already almost had 10 targets in that first quarter. And I said it on the live stream. Anybody that was in this live stream on Monday night, he can't look at Waller every damn down. He just can't. I love Carr. I defend Carr. But don't force it to Waller. That's all I'm saying. If he's not open, then he's not open. Throw it somewhere else. That's all I'm saying. I don't care how many times he threw the ball. I don't care. But that first quarter alone, if he didn't start going to other progressions in that second quarter and he would have kept forcing it, we probably would have lost the game. It was the first quarter. It was the first quarter. I don't know what drive. I don't know what drive it was, but it was the first quarter. Go look back at my live. I said it. I said, stop throwing to Waller on every 3 downs. Stop doing it. I don't know if Gruden has allowed him to change plays at the line. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I love Waller. I'm not taking nothing away against. He's one of the top tight ends in the league. But as a quarterback, I'm not forcing it. If I'm Derek Carr and he's not open, go through your progressions as a quarterback. Just don't keep your eyes on Waller when you have other 2 or 3 receivers out there. I said it. He didn't have it on 3 and out. I could pull up the tape, rate the tape. Go look at that first quarter. Go look at that first quarter. I watched the game. I watched the game just like you, Ray. I love you, bro, but he did it. 3 times in a row, he threw it to Waller. 3 times in a row, he did it. Anybody in the Raider Nation can tell you. Anybody in the Raider Nation can tell you they're watching the same game we was watching. I love you, little bro. I love you to death. But you got to look at that first quarter again. He threw it to Waller almost 99% of the time in that first quarter. That's why we struggled. And we couldn't run the ball. I love you, bro. We agree or disagree. The Mariota drive, I think it was after the Mariota drive. But it's been he threw the ball to Waller 99% of the time. And then the Mariota drive was like the first drive of the game, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a few drives. Everybody in the Raider Nation is agreeing with me because they saw the same game that you was watching, bro. It was Waller's bro. It doesn't matter if it's your birthday or not. I don't care for that. Don't make no excuse. That's not why we struggled, bro. Come on now. We struggled that first quarter terribly because he was throwing to Waller. Everybody knows this. The whole Raider Nation knows this. The whole Raider Nation knows this in that first quarter. We struggled in that first quarter because we could not move the football. That's one. We could not move the football. Number 2, he was throwing to Waller a bit too much. I love Waller. And Carr was missing throws on top of that. I don't remember the drive. But if I could go back in my live, I wish I could go back in my live right now without copyrights and tell y'all that I said it. I watched the game when he threw it to Waller 3 times on one drive, and it was a 3 and out. That's all I'm saying. He was forcing to Waller, and the timing was off. I don't care for the first drive. It was in that first half that we went 3 and out. We threw it to Waller 3 times. 3 times. I kept saying it over and over again in that game. Over and over again. Even Hammerhouse was in that live. Hammerhouse was with me. It was late. Yeah, it was late in the first quarter, Cool Kev. It was late in the first quarter. And then if none of the receivers couldn't get separation, why you don't go to a tight end set? Yeah, we didn't score on the first drive, Jonathan, so that's irrelevant. We didn't score on the first drive. Thank you. I don't know how is this even debatable. He was going to Waller even when he was double teamed. It almost threw an interception in the first quarter for it. Almost threw an interception. We're not going to even go there. If other players was not getting open, right? John Gruden is good for a 2 tight end set. He is good for a 2 tight end set. Why Foster Moreau is not getting involved in his offense? Why not? If Waller's getting triple teamed and he's getting double teamed and nobody else can get separation, somebody got to be open. That's what not making no sense to me. If Waller's getting triple teamed and wide receivers cannot get open, they can't create separation, who was open? We should have played in the preseason. There wasn't really no chemistry in that first quarter. Mind you, it wasn't really no chemistry in that first half. We really started looking good at the end of the second quarter. Our offense started to click. In the end of that second quarter when we kicked that field goal to be down 4. That's what I could say. It was rust. I'm not making no excuses for this offense. I'm not making no excuses for this offense. We look bad. We looked bad in the first half into that last second quarter. We did. I just don't want us to start off the same way we started off in Baltimore, against Baltimore. Thank you, Steven Richardson. We look good in hurry up offense. Instead of, but you know why though? Steven Richardson? Because Gruden is a Gruden grinder. Because Gruden is a Gruden grinder, y'all. Y'all gotta listen to it. He likes to eat the clock. That's one thing. If we weren't rusty, we would have put up 60. We would have put up 60 points. All Aboard Raiders came on the show and said it. The Ravens are a good defense. It kind of seems like you're ignoring that. They was prepping for us for 3 to 4 weeks, bro. How am I ignoring that? I'm not ignoring that. But I know what our offense can do too. So why can I listen? I wasn't afraid of Baltimore's defense coming into the game. They are a good defense. Don't get me wrong. But I was not afraid of them. Once Peters went down, I'm like, all right, I'm not worried. And God forbid. God forbid, but it's just Raiders talk, y'all. This is what we do. It's Raiders talk. But that's just my personal opinion for what I've seen when it comes to the Raiders. And I said this on Doc's Live too. I said it. It was a little bit of too much of Waller. That's my opinion. We are entitled to our own opinion. And I love Carr. But Carr makes some mistakes. And it happens. It's part of being a quarterback. They did play good. But why do I have to acknowledge that? Yeah, they played good and they lost. Why do I have to acknowledge that? Seriously, I don't have to acknowledge their defense was good. It was good coming in, but they lost. They lost with a good defense. So why do I have to acknowledge that? Nothing. Did you see the route? That they put out on Humphrey? That catch was a field goal. Amazing, setting them up. Good. That's exactly it. I don't have to mention the defense, but no preseason reps hurts the offense. I agree. But at the end of the day, you want to avoid injury. But look at our injury list from than what it was in the preseason. Our injury list is way longer. Well, I'm not going to lie. I was saying Hunter was wide open and throw it to Hunter. And if you're looking at the all 22 rated tape, go look at the play when Henry Ruggs was wide open down the field and he tried to force it to Waller. It's a play. I think it was in the first quarter. Not the first quarter or the second quarter. I know it was in the first half. But Henry Ruggs was yelling at Carr. And they even said it on the commentary if you go watch the actual game. Ruggs was yelling at Carr because I think he threw it to Waller, but Ruggs was wide open. I remember that. The second play of the game, I think. I'm not too sure. 510 Raider. I'm not too sure what it was, but I remember the play. That's all I'm saying. That wasn't forced? I don't know what you mean by that it wasn't forced. I don't understand. Listen, y'all can say what y'all want. I saw what I saw. I don't need no all 22 to look at it. I saw what I saw. I watched the game live. Forget watching it all 22. Forget watching it. But I know it was a play that Ruggs went down deep and he was wide open. Oh, it was Ingold. Right. It wasn't Waller. It was Ingold. But Ruggs was wide open and Ruggs was cursing Carr out. I was like, yo. And yeah, Sanjit posted the play on Twitter. I think he threw it to Ingold instead of throwing it to Russ. I don't think it's Waller, it's Ingold. Right. I don't need all 22. I don't need all 22. I don't. I'm not taking my time out of my day to break down. I got other stuff to be doing and breaking down film at this point. I don't care about the coverage. I don't care about that. I don't care about looking at the cover. I don't have time out of my day to break down film. I just don't. I don't have time out of my day to do it. I run a podcast network for a living. I can't break down film. I don't have time for all of that. Because if I break down film, I'll break it down to the core and talk about a lot of things, not just the wide receivers and the quarterbacks. I could nitpick on everything on that offensive line if I watch all 22. But y'all would be mad at me if I nitpick everything on that offensive line on Monday night. I would nitpick everything from technique to hand placement to footwork. I would do that, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I wish I could. I could talk about anything, Ray. I don't need an all 22. I don't need an all 22 to say anything. I watched the game. I run a business outside of this. I run a sports networking business that keeps me busy. I don't have time to keep sitting here and watching all 22s. I just don't. I don't have the time. That's why I go live at a certain time on certain days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't. Shout out to Jose Lopez for $199. He said, I just ordered my spotlight hat. That's fire. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I don't need it. If I had the time in the day to break down film, I would do it. But I don't have the time in the day to do it. But the thing about it, that's why I said I don't need it, because I have a good memory up here. I'm a former football player. I'm going to have a good memory up here when it comes to watching games. I don't have time out of the day. That's why I go live from like 4 to 6 on Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do watch film, but I haven't watched film since the season started. I have other things to be worried about than sitting here watching film. I just don't do Raiders content. That's one thing y'all have to worry about. I don't just do Raiders content. If anybody knows me when it comes to my second channel, they just made it over 1,000 subscribers. I just don't talk Raiders content. I just talk it on here. But I have a business to run behind the scenes. I can't sit here and just break down film. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I run 2 channels. That's a job in itself, and I do this full time. So that's a job in itself. I don't have time to break down film. It was Waller that played. Carr missed. Waller was finally wide open, and Carr didn't flip his hips. Okay. I do watch film. I just don't have the time. I could watch the film and not show y'all, but if I have time on my hands, I'll watch it. I run an LLC, man. It's an everyday thing for me running a business. It's an everyday thing. Sometimes I be busy. I can't watch film. I got to look through highlights or something real quick. I'm like, okay, I can go back to this play. But I don't have the time to sit there and break down film. I just don't have the time anymore. Since Spotlight Sports Network became an LLC, I just don't have the time anymore. I just don't. Los from the Bay. Yes, I am fully vaccinated, bro. I am fully vaccinated. If I was the Raiders, I would rest Yannick for 2 weeks. When it comes to Yannick, I can't be mad at him for wanting to play. You know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at him saying that he's going to do whatever it takes to help the team win. So technically, when it comes to Yannick, he made that own decision that he wanted to play. I don't think the medical staff said he was. I think the medical staff cleared him. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me on that. But he said he wanted to play. So let him play. I feel way better about Sunday, but that injury list kind of got me concerned a little bit. Because we got like 3 or 4 people that's questionable. That's tough. That's tough to say. And I don't think Yannick ain't resting because he was limited in practice. But I think he's going to go all the way out for the Pittsburgh game. And I was this close to buying tickets today, yo. I was this close. And I said, no, I can't do it because I have other things I have to worry about. I can't do that. What's my keys to victory for Pittsburgh? Offensive, defensive line. That's my keys to victory. We got to get pressure on Ben Roethlisberger, and we have to block for Derek Carr, and we have to we have to open up lanes for Kenyon Drake. We have to. We have to have the trenches. The trenches. Listen, I'm a former football player myself. If you don't have an offensive line and you don't have a defensive line, nothing else works. And that's a fact. I'm a former coach. I don't coach anymore because I have a full-time business. And I'm about to work a full-time job outside of my full-time business. So when it comes to the offensive line, the defensive line, nothing else works. If your offensive line ain't blocking, Derek Carr can't get the ball to the receivers. If the offensive line not opening hope for Kenyon Drake, then Kenyon Drake won't have no yards. If the defensive line can't get pressure, it's not going to look good for our linebackers. It's not going to look good for our secondary. So it's all about the D-line and the offensive line. That's my keys to victory. That's the only way you're going to win this game. That's the only way you're going to win this game. You got to get pressure on Ben Roethlisberger. That's the best thing. I'm getting tickets for the Giants game next month. I got my Giants tickets already. I can say I got my Giants tickets already. And I love what I do with y'all here. I love what I do with y'all here. I didn't want to go to the business side of things. Like, I got 2 channels that's monetized on YouTube, man. 2 channels that's monetized on YouTube. Do you think it's going to be a long day for Big Ben if Yannick and Max in the pass rushing Pittsburgh Rex O-line and are the linebacker core with Corey Penniman, long day for Big Ben? This is a good question here, Sean Johnson. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It should be a long. Listen, if Yannick is 100% when he gets out there by game day, it should be a long day for Big Ben. It should be a long day for Big Ben. That's just my opinion. Spotlight, after watching the wide receiver yell at Daniel Jones for not passing the ball after being open, I think Ruggs and Edwards should do that to Carr. I know Carr's a leader, but they need to be told to pass. John Rader, Ruggs did do it. Ruggs did yell at Carr. He did yell at Carr when he threw the ball to Alec Ingold. That's what he did. That's what he did. Facts all aboard Raiders. Thank you for saying that. That's why I'm a big fan of hers. Of who? What did I miss? What did I miss from all aboard Raiders? You going to tailgate for the Giants game? It depends on the weather, bro. It really depends on the weather because I have the equipment to do a pregame show. I have the equipment to do a pregame show. So I really want to do one with I don't know if y'all know him on here, Bad Dog Sports or Entertainer Talking Sports. They're Giants YouTubers, big Giants YouTubers. I think Bad Dog is at 75,000 subscribers. Entertainer is like almost at 40,000. I think they probably be at that game if I'm not mistaken. Who is Dua Lipa makes bangers? I don't know who that is. But yeah, basically, hopefully I can do that. If not, then I'm just going to go to the game. There is no dominated teams in the NFL. Each team has an anchoring flaw on each side of the ball. That makes them vulnerable. The Raiders have a great chance versus any team. Reezy Rock, you got it right, brother. You got it right. But you got to see who's going to be the best man on each line. Who's going to step up when it's needed on these offensive defensive lines? Who's going to step up? Yeah, hopefully I could be there for a show. Hopefully I could do the show. I really would like to do the show out in New York. I would love to do it. Oh, I don't listen to pop music like that. I don't listen to pop music like that. I mean, so, they got some good songs. Don't get me wrong. They got some good songs, but I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely take it. I was supposed to open up the lines, and we still chilling here. Drake is starting back on many teams. We could give Mayock and Gruden some credit for adding him. I agree. White Tyson, I 100% agree, bro. That's why I was happy, because I knew Josh Jacobs was going to be hurt this season. I knew it. He's just injury prone. He's injury prone. I love Josh Jacobs, but sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. You got to take the good with the bad. This is what happens when you're a Raiders fan. This is what happens. Now, I've seen Bad Dog live yesterday. He was pissed at the Giants' loss. Oh, my God. I did that game. I did the live play-by-play reactions on the Spotlight Sports Network. I actually did that game, and that game was crazy. That game was ridiculous. The Giants had too many opportunities to win that game. Too many opportunities. Jackie the Raiderette, what's good? What's good, beautiful? What's going on? Fallon Jefferson. Yes, hopefully Fallon is questionable, though. Fallon is questionable, White Tyson. He's questionable right now. Who's my favorite rapper, Spotlight? That's a good question, Raider Carlos. That's a good question. I'm not really a popular. They listen to the popular stuff now. I'm not really into the popular stuff. My favorite rapper, I'm a J. Cole type of guy. I'm a Kendrick Lamar type of guy. I like Sue Surf. Sue Surf, if y'all know who Sue Surf is, he's a former battle rapper in URL. Sue Surf is pretty dope. Loaded Lux is pretty dope. Yeah, but Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole is my two favorites right now. Even though that Kendrick haven't put out nothing in a while, I can still go back and listen to his last album and it still be fire. Still be fire. I mean, I love all my Philly rappers. Of course, Freeway. I love all my Philly rappers, but they have not put nothing out. Jada Kiss is one of my guys. Jay-Z. Cassidy, Cassidy, I'm from Philly, but he fell off. Cassidy started falling off for me. Let me go to some other questions. I missed it. Reason Rock says, does Minka Fitzpatrick still have dreads? If so, what dreaded safety is going to get a pick? Minka or Morig? I think Morig is going to get one. Morig is going to get one, in my opinion. If we win and KC loses, we're above KC for beating the Ravens. Let's go. Talk that talk. Talk that talk, Raiderette. Talk that talk. I like that. Woo, Loaded Lux Sheesh. Do you like these battle bars? I like battle bars. Mind you, y'all don't know what I do behind these scenes outside of doing Raider stuff, yo. I have a 3,000 subscriber channel called BRM Battle Rapid Media. That's one of my YouTube channels. Spotlight Sports Network. That, mind you, BRM Battle Rapid Media is over 3,000 subscribers. That's one. Number two, Spotlight Sports Network is over 1,000 subscribers. That two. And Spotlight Raiders Talk, over 5,000 subscribers. That's three. I'm not going to forget Graphk. Graphk is one of my underrateds, man. I know he's been in the league. He's been in the game for long, but he's, I'm waiting for him to sign that dotted line. What's up, Spotlight? Just checking on you, brother. Freddie Raider. I'm good, brother. Don't forget Graphk Raps. Spotlight. Yeah, I know Graphk Raps. Shout out to my boy Graphic Raider. He's fire. He's fire. Why you think, look, y'all don't hear him on my intro? Y'all don't hear let me play my intro for y'all, man. Let me play my intro for y'all. Stop playing. Let me play my intro for y'all. My boy is on my intro for my video. I don't know what's going on. Hold up. My computer's acting weird. Okay, there we go. My computer was just acting weird for some reason. I don't know what was going on. But look, man.
Once a Raider, bruh. Always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and the leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
Listen. What? I got my boy Graphk on my goddamn intro. That's my guy. Our Spotlight question: which wide receiver will get their first TD against the Steelers? Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow will get his first T-Day. Definitely Hunter Renfrow. And then I think it's Brian Edwards, and then I think it's Ruggs. But I think Hunter Renfrow, definitely. Gus Bradley is a genius. On the Nassib sack, they call Hobbs blitz from preseason. Lamar slides protection to Hobbs side. To Hobbs side. Nassib comes over to right, and that's all she wrote. It was a great stunt. It's a great stunt, and that's what I love. And that's what I love about Gus Bradley, because he's mixing the defense up. He's just not bringing a 4-man rush and not making a move. These defensive linemen are stunting. That's how they're getting to the quarterback. You have to make stunts. You got to be creative on the defensive side of the ball. That's what makes you a genius. That's what makes you a good defensive coordinator. How long are you going to stream? Probably to like another hour or another 45 minutes to the most. Probably that. I don't know if I'm gonna open up the lines yet. I'm not too sure, because I don't want these weirdos calling up to the phone and acting crazy. I don't want these weirdos coming up. Jackie, bring your OG on the live. Yeah, bring the OG on the live. Bring him on the live. Bring him on the live. Spotlight, do you think the Steelers will be harder than the Ravens or easier? Every game is not easy. I say every game is not easy. So I can't say if it's going to be harder or it's going to be easier. The more games we play, the harder it gets. No matter what team it is. No matter what team it is. The longer the season goes, the harder the season goes. I'm not taking no team for granted. Yes, I have the Raiders winning. Of course, I'm going to have to pick the Raiders every week. But listen, the more weeks we play, the harder the team get. I don't care if they 0-5, 0-6. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking it one game at a time, Valerie. Thank you so much for the question. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. If I missed your question, make sure you put it back in the chat. Make sure you put it back in the chat. Let me see here. Spotlight, what is your favorite baseball team? Philadelphia Phillies. I like every other Philly team but the Eagles. I don't like the Eagles at all. I'm a Raiders fan, but I was grown up to be Raiders fan. I was growing up to be that as a kid. And and when I moved back to Philly, I became a Phillies fan, a Sixers fan, and a Flyers fan. So don't judge me about Ben Simmons. Please don't. But I rock with the Oakland A's. I think the Oakland A's have the best hats in baseball. I don't care what nobody say. Shout out to the Oakland A's. I think the Oakland A's it has the best hats in baseball. I don't care what nobody say. That's a fact. Jackie Raiderette is at 365 subs. If y'all have not gone over and subscribed to Jackie Raiderette, get her to 400 subscribers right now. Get her to 400 subscribers right now. Let's go, y'all. Go over to Jackie Raiderette's YouTube and make sure and go over there and subscribe to her. Go subscribe to All Aboard Day Raiders. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy. He's in college, but he's working Raiders content. Go subscribe to my boy as well. Make sure y'all go subscribe to every Raiders YouTuber. No matter if it's Raider Tate, Raider Honcho, Graphk Raider, Wi-Fi Willie, Real Time Raiders. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Go subscribe to all of them. With the early practices, can we finally be ready for East Coast games and not start slow and stupid? It's another question that I have, bro. It's another question that I have. You mean Las Vegas A's? Well, they'll be moving. They'll be moving to Las Vegas soon. You're right about that. Damian Ben Simmons is not a Hall of Famer. Stop it. Get out of here. Get out of here, Damian. The A's are originally from Philly? Really? That's interesting to know, Loyal to Soil. That is interesting to know. Shout out to RADR Profit for the $5 super chat. He said, good job, brother. Gruden will be implementing the screen routes this week. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. They better not leave Oakland. Listen, they're that close, Bernard. Bernard, they're that close, brother. I'm promising you. They are that close. No, Yannick and Jacobs. Oh boy. Yannick is playing this week. We the people 707. Yannick is playing this week. Jacobs is not playing. I appreciate that, bro. It's all love. Reese has seen basketball. Listen, I appreciate that, yo. I appreciate it. With all the love and support that I've been getting here, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all some of the best fans in the world and the best supporters in the world, man. It's a fact. The A's don't want to leave. They don't want to leave, but I mean, Oakland, the city of Oakland is broke. The city of Oakland is broke. You let the Warriors leave, you let the Raiders leave, and now the A's. How healthy is Yannick? Hamstrings are really annoying. I don't know. They didn't say. They didn't say. Do we use Monroe like we did Carrier when we beat the Steelers last time? It's a good question. It's a possibility. You can use them. Thumbs up on the video, y'all. What we doing on the thumbs up, man? What we doing on the thumbs up? Hold up. Give me a second. Let me go look at the thumbs up. Let me go look at the thumbs up. Ooh, let me stop there. I think this is on the Spotlight Sports Network, if I'm not mistaken. No. 62. Okay, 66 likes, 2 dislikes. Okay, that's fine. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. So shout out to the Bernard for doing that, man. Shout out to Bernard for doing that. The mayor of Oakland didn't want them there exactly, and that's the problem. I'm a Dodgers fan, but I'll be happy if the A's move to Vegas. Vegas is going to be a workhorse Sunday for sure. I want him to. Don't get me wrong. I want him to. I definitely want him to. Is Fallon playing? He's the game changer. He's questionable for right now. He's questionable. I hate that Gruden flies the team out on Fridays. He needs to fly them out on Thursday mornings and get them for a 2-day rest. It depends what time they're leaving on Friday. It really depends on what time they're leaving on Friday. Some Donkey fans said that Bridgewater is better than Carr. Creator Carlos. I'm not bringing that energy here. I am not bringing that energy here. Bridgewater's a scrub. Get out of here. He's a scrub. Thanks to Athletics for signing that lease, and we wouldn't be in Vegas. Wow. F the haters, facts. F the haters, man. Backslip on the line and going the other way, or delayed plays that go to the wide open. That's how you get Carrier open. Yeah. The tight end delay plays or the tight end screen. You could do a tight end screen too. That's another way. Oakland money is funny. In their credit, can't get it. Martin Lawrence. Oh, wow. If our offense struggle, do you think the D can step up, especially in our secondary? Yes. Yes. I mean, it did it for us all Monday night. The offense struggled the first half, and the defense kept us in the game, which is rarely, what you rarely see. You know what I'm saying? What you rarely see. So, yeah, I definitely think so, Jackie Raider. I think so. We got to stop the run of Najee Harris, man. Got to stop the run of Najee Harris. But let me open up these phone lines for the people. Let me open up these phone lines for the people, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Spotlight Sports Network. We really do appreciate subscribing to the Spotlight Raiders Talk as well. I got some big things coming. I just got a partnership with a nice, good sports company. So keep a lookout for that. I cannot tell you the details of it, but I do have some things in the work. I just got an email today, and it was one of the best decisions that I made. So business is booming. I don't mean to say it like that, like Antonio Brown, but it's looking good. Just know that it's gonna be some epic things coming down the woodworks. You don't want to miss it. You definitely do not want to miss it. All right, so here we go. I'm trying to get this to work. All right. So now we got that working, and watch this. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. So let me pull up the phone number for y'all to call up to the show. I do want to hear from y'all. I want to hear y'all final predictions. I want to hear how y'all feel about going into this game. So let me get the number for y'all. So the number is 267-957-1431. Make sure y'all go check out the Spotlight Sports Network and the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. Really do appreciate everybody being in here. So here we go.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
I think I already know who this is, y'all. Thank you, calling for Spotlight Raiders. I already know who this is, man. You was going to be the first caller today. You was not playing. What's going on?
Oh, I just wanted to give the people what they want. We got to put on the show, you know?
Oh, yeah. You got to give the people what they want. That's why I love the debate. That's one thing about me. I love the debate.
Absolutely. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay on this Friday. I'm pretty good. Wow, what's up? What's going on?
I'm every day that gets closer to Sunday, I get a little more nervous every time, but I'm ready to rock and roll. I think it could be another good week for us.
Yeah, I'm positive. I was kind of worried looking at the injury report. That was kind of scary to me to see that we got 5 players out and then we got like 3 or 4 players questionable. So hopefully those 3 or 4 players can play for us, especially, Darius Fowlon. He's definitely a big asset to our defensive line. So I would love to see him play. But I mean, I'm confident, even though, they're kind of depleted on their offensive line for Pittsburgh. They're not really the best offensive line either. So I'm not really too surprised there, but I'm ready.
The one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is because now we got Gerald McCoy's done for the year. I wonder if I think we're definitely going to have Farrell active. And I wonder if they're going to play him inside a lot with Crosby and Ngakoue at the same time.
I think you should put Cleveland Farrell on the inside. I think you should put Cleveland Farrell. I think you should put him. He's a great run defender. And mind you, Najee Harris is going to try to have his first 100-yard game against us, which I don't see that happening. But now, I don't know if you saw against the Baltimore game, they did run it looked like a 4-2-5, if I'm not mistaken. It was a lot of 2 linebacker sets on that defense. A lot of 2 linebacker sets. Now, against the run and try to get to the second level, it's easier for offensive linemen to get to the second level when you don't have 3 linebackers. So
100%.
Do you feel like Gus Bradley needs to go to a little bit of a base 4-3, knowing that Pittsburgh like to establish the run before passing the ball?
Yeah, I think this game's going to be weirder than people think. I think this is going to be listen, we brought Gus Bradley in to change the defense, and one of the big things he's got to be willing to do that we all know Gunther really didn't know how to do was make in-game adjustments. I think that the key to this game that not a lot of people are talking about is the coverage needs to be good because Ben hikes the ball and throws it immediately. That's why he doesn't get sacked. He just hikes the ball and throws it. If people are covered and he's got to do that pump fake where the cameraman doesn't even know where the ball is, we do that like 3 times a week, then we could pin our ears back and go to work. But I think the key is Hobbs, Mullen, Hayward. If they could get up in these receivers' grills, I think it could be another good week for us.
Yeah, and I don't want us to be playing back either on some of those coverages. I mean, it depends on the situation. But
yeah, because you're susceptible to the double move too. This is going to be a Gus Bradley game. He's going to win or lose this game, I feel like.
So Reese Rock has said better inside cleaning in foul line or Hank is in foul line or cleaning Jefferson or Hank is in cleaning Farrell. That's a lot. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I mean, it's pretty cool that we have that many combinations of people that we could put in. I think Jefferson, I mean, he had a huge forced fumble. I don't know how you don't give him the most snaps out of everyone that was just listed there.
Me personally, I like Clean Farrell and Fallon. And then you can rotate Hankins and Fallon. And then you can put Jefferson and Fallon, or Jefferson and Cleaning, or Hankins and Fallon. I love the rotation.
Isn't it great that we get to that we have so many different combinations of defensive players that we don't worry about playing? Like, isn't that a good feeling to have?
Yeah. But you still got to put into consideration. You still have to put in consideration that Fallon is questionable. So he didn't even, participate in practice today. So that was kind of a questionable, reasoning. But even if Fallon's not there, still have Hankins, still have Clee, still have Jefferson. And if Fallon can't go, you can still bring up Kendall Victors that was here last year. So it's not like we still have a rotation.
It's crazy. Even in 2016, it was just like, is Khalil Mack going to get a strip sack? That's the whole defense.
Right. And then Solomon Thomas we have as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
He had some
good pressures. He had a couple pressures.
I totally forgot about Solomon Thomas. Honestly, I totally forgot. Hello?
Yeah, same. I did too. When I did my record prediction, I had us beating the Ravens and then losing to the Steelers. It just made sense to split the games, and it made sense to give us the home game. But I did not expect Crosby and Yannick to I don't know, be as good as they did. Maybe I was just trying to play it safe, but I don't know. Here's the only problem. I don't know how the spread is -6. I don't know if you're a betting guy, but giving the Raiders 6 points feels like an awful lot to me. It feels like a heavy underdog. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it does. It does feel. It does. Yeah. I don't know why. I have no clue why.
That's a lot. Yeah. I don't ever bet on the Raiders because that's just a rule I have. It just makes things a lot worse if we lose. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if anyone out there is thinking about it. I think Raiders +6 seems like a pretty easy bet to me.
We're going to talk behind the scenes because the new partnership that I just got, we're going to talk about behind the scenes about that, about the spread and all that. So I can't wait to talk about. Yeah, this is going to be game changing. What I'm going to tell you, it's going to be game changing. But
I think I already know. I won't say anything, but I think I know what you're talking about.
They might have reached out to you too.
That's big league.
Yeah. They might have reached out to you too. So that's definitely going to look.
I can't say nothing.
Right. Can't say nothing either. Can't say nothing either. But what's your final score prediction for this game? Or do you got any hot takes? Do you got any bold predictions for this game?
I mean, you know me, I'm always good for a hot take or two. We'll say score. You know what? I'm gonna say we win this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's gonna be like 31-21. It feels very like Saints Week 2 last year, where we kick a long field goal to put it out of reach, and then they just have some garbage time. Hot takes. I think Carr goes for 400 in back-to-back weeks.
Ooh, you heard it here first, Raider Nation. You heard it here first. Like Carr would throw for back-to-back 400 yards, y'all.
And they'll let me know if I'm wrong. Trust me, they'll let me know.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We got this comment here. It says that Mitchell said yesterday, should we bring in Kaepernick? Stop it. Stop it right there. We're not bringing in another mobile quarterback, bro.
Well, I mean,
we're not. What you got? What you feel about that?
I mean, that's what Mitchell does. He poses the question. Mitchell poses the questions, and then he always says no. But people just see the question and they freak out. Like, I'm sure he didn't say yes, they should bring in Kaepernick.
Nah, I say no. I'll say no. So
yeah, I agree.
We got a few people in the chat said Big Ben would throw 3 interceptions.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I'd rather that than Carr going for 400.
Okay. Shout out to Raider P.
But listen, man. I
know you got to go.
People chances to call. Well, I just want to give other people chances to call in. I appreciate you taking the time. I'm excited for that thing you're about to announce. I almost definitely know what it is, and I'll be talking to you after the win on Sunday.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. We definitely will be talking, man, behind the scenes too. So, and I gotta get you up on here, actually on camera, bro, so they could be like, what's good, not just on the phone, man. We gotta find a date for that.
100%.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling up.
I appreciate it. See ya.
And that was all aboard Day Raiders, ladies and gentlemen. That was all aboard Day Raiders. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. But I agree, Mitchell's like
San Bernardino, CA.
Oh, here we go. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders. Start with Spotlight. Who's this and where you calling from?
What's up, big dog? It's Big Raider Pete right here. How you doing, my brother?
The same person. I got the highlighted comment in there.
Hey,
What's
man,
goody,
you know
brother?
what it is. Hey, real recognize real. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. James the real one. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, I don't have nothing to
But,
get my
hey,
boy
man.
Mitch, man. I'm just letting you know I don't have nothing against my boy Mitch. He's a good dude. He put me on his channel when he did the Raiders mock draft with Raider YouTubers. So shout out to him for that. He didn't have to do that.
Hey,
It's all love.
I know. I hear you. Shout out. Exactly. It's all love. Shout out to Mitch. Samoan. Raider Cody, especially. That's a big dog. All of them. It's all love. But what I like about you is you let what we're doing right this second. You let the fans get in on the action, and man, that's entertaining, and it helps us out. Lets us vent. So you're kind of like the priest of Raider Nation. We get to call in and confess to you our shit is making us pop off out here. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you that.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
I got a couple of things to bring up with you. Now, this is mostly towards Steelers fans. I'm getting tired of these Steelers fans. First of all, I hate the Steelers. I hate them with a passion. And I'm sorry, but I hate the fans. I'm going to go ahead and say it. But that's why I'm on here. I got something to say. First of all, the Steelers won last game, not because of their defense, not because of their offense, because of their special teams. They had one good play to where the special teams scored a touchdown. If the Steelers did not score that touchdown on special teams, guess what? The Steelers would have lost by 1 point. So let's go ahead and put that to the side. Also, people want to say, TJ Watt this, TJ Watt that. Guess what? I get that TJ Watt got 2 sacks, but guess what? So did Max Crosby. I get that TJ Watt caused a fumble on a mobile quarterback. Guess what? So did Max Crosby. And also, we have the same situation as the Steelers. Their O-line is kind of like, Our O-line is kind of like, Their D-line is getting up there. Our D-line is getting up there. But let me tell you something. I was going through the game, mostly the highlights of the Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Man, I'm telling you right now, our D-line is going to get to Big Ben. I talked in your comments. I'm predicting 3 sacks. Who are they coming from? I don't know. And I one thing for sure that I do know, it's going to be 1 for Max Crosby, at least 1. But I predict us getting to him 3 sacks. But as far as pressuring Ben Roethlisberger, let's go ahead and put this out there too. Our defense shut down a MVP, a dual threat quarterback. I'll tell you right now, Big Ben ain't Lamar Jackson. He ain't going to be scrambling for 15 yards, 20 yards like Lamar did last week on us. And guess what? We still won. So my thing is, what I love about our team is 2 things, and that's how I know we're going to beat the Steelers on Sunday. 2 things. First of all, coaching. We went into the half. We did some adjustments both on the defensive side and the offensive side. We came back guns blazing. We got that dub. And also the second thing, and what I know that we're going to do wonders this season. One word. Depth. We have depth at every position. Now, here's the thing. People are like, our O-line is rocky. Yeah, it is. But Yannick was in the game, the whole game last game. Right. Mariota was in the whole game last game. Kwiatkowski was in the whole game last game. Josh Jacobs was in the game the whole last game. And, I mean, he ran for less than 40 yards, I think. and he still scored 2 touchdowns, which is great and all. But my point is, the people who are out now on either IR or just out for this game, and including Richie Incognito, we won that game last game, clutch moments, without any one of them on the field, any of them. So my thing is, if our team can come out there, literally beat with our injuries during that game, we can come into the Steelers game and put the whooping on the Steelers. And I know that our offense kind of had to knock off the rust the first half of last game. They came in guns blazing the second half. We had a whole – people say, oh, it's a short week. Bro, first of all, we had Tuesday off for the players after they, put on the show for Monday night. We had Wednesday, we had Thursday, we got today, we got tomorrow, and we come in. I know we play tomorrow. Sunday morning. But right. People are like, oh, a short week. Technically, we only lost a day. So I don't know why people are saying, oh, a short week. If anything, we're more rested because while everyone else was playing on Sunday and Thursday, we played on Monday. We got to sit back and watch the Sunday game. So when people say, oh, you guys have a short week, nah, we got more rest than the rest of the league. Let's put that out there. So my thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, the Steelers, they gave TJ Watt all this money. Oh, Big Ben, he's a has-been who won a Super Bowl, and they want to bring up everything from the past. We're talking about right this second, what the Raiders did to beat a top-caliber team last week. We're talking about today. And one thing I'll give Ryan Clark, I just watched the NFL Network podcast. Ryan Clark was like, you know what? Yes, I won a Super Bowl with Big Ben, but guess what? I'm picking Derek Carr for this game because it's not about what you did. It's not about what's on your resume. It's what you're doing now. Mm-hmm. And when I saw Derek Carr look at himself in the mirror at halftime and say, fuck this, I'm coming in guns blazing. And he did that. That shows me a lot. Now, Big Ben last game was running for his life. Yeah, they only tallied up however many sacks, but this dude was hurried. He was thrown to the ground, just like Lamar Jackson was with us. Even though we only got 3 sacks tallied up. How many hurries did Crosby have? How many hurries did Pylon have? How many hurries did Nassib have? You know what I mean? And another thing, they only want to bring up that one good strip fumble from TJ Watt. Well, guess what? My defensive ends, Carl Nassib and Max Crosby made Lamar Jackson fumble. So my thing is, people want to be on the Steelers' stack of what they were and the little things they have now. They're not giving the Raiders credit, which I don't know why I'm getting too wound up about it, because let's keep it real. We can win the Super Bowl and everyone will still have something to say about that, how we cheated or how we were, the other team had injuries, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. We're the most hated team, not just in NFL, but in professional sports, period. And guess what? I fucking love it. So fuck the haters. Anyways, my thing is, I see a lot of positives for the Raiders going into this game besides the injuries. Now, Jermaine Elemanor, I know last podcast we couldn't pronounce his name. Yeah. Now we can pronounce his name. This guy is a beautiful surprise. This guy came in. He had Calais Campbell line up against him, and this guy did not budge. This guy is huge. I've seen his stories bounce around from team to team, and when he went to his press conference after the Ravens game, I liked how he said, like, hey, look, I went out there and I showed the Ravens that cut me. They said, look, this is what you're missing out on. And I punched their defensive line in the face. So my thing is, we have a solid depth at the O-line and the D-line. So I'm not really worried about that. And one thing that I'm also loving about Derek Carr, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but he used his legs last game. Yeah, he took a couple of sacks and
Raider Pete, where you at, brother? I don't know. I guess Raider Pete must have lost signal, y'all. Hold up, y'all. My Can y'all hear me, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me take this down real quick. Do not call back up to the show yet. I had some issues. I had some issues with my internet just went out, so just bear with me. I'm on my phone. I did not want this live stream to end. Let me just fix this here. Hold up. All right, y'all. So I'm on my phone, y'all. My fault, Raider. He said, "My bad, Daria. I got bad reception." No, it's not you, bro. It's me. I'm actually I don't have no internet at this moment. My internet is out at this moment. So I don't know what happened, but I didn't want to end the live, y'all. I did not want to end the live. So I can't take no phone calls at this moment due to the fact that I'm here. I'm still doing the live, y'all. Them facts he was spitting overload his router. Probably. Raider Pete, you might have did it for me, bro. Now you making me want to switch hats. I don't care what y'all say about my little carrot top head. I don't care. But y'all making me switch hats. And I'm going to go back to the one that y'all love so much, man. Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby, yeah. I don't know what happened, y'all. I think the internet is trying to come back on. My light went back on. So just bear with me, yeah. I just read Rashard rep the facility without a cast on his foot. This is why we need to release him. He does not want to be there anymore, bro. He does not want to be there anymore. I'm just waiting for the internet. I'm guessing the internet went out. The hat is too fire. Listen, man. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, 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 and look at the back of that. 3-time. Let me see if I can bring it back. 3-time Super Bowl champion. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Everybody said the red bottom is better. I like this one better too. I like both. I had to get one with a gray bottom. I got to get one with a silver and black bottom. Had to, man. I had to. I mean, I could throw in the Spotlight Raiders Talk hat too. I could throw in that joint. Godly. It's all love, y'all. We're going to have some people call up. Just stay by the lines, y'all. Stay by the lines. Don't leave the chat. Don't leave the chat. I'm not going nowhere, y'all. I'm not going nowhere. Your internet is coming back on and you change your hats. That's what I think it is, man. I think I had on the wrong damn hat. Y'all. Damn, man, that's crazy. Let me throw my ear pod in. Let me see if this sounds better. I think my internet is back on. I'm not too sure. Is back on. Let me try again. All right, y'all. So I'm about to leave this real quick. So I'm about to come back into the studio. Y'all see me putting back on the hat. So let me do this real quick. Let me enter the studio. All right, so let me. And your boy is back. Your boy is back, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy is back. Live and effective, y'all. Live and effective. Let's see if I can turn the Wi-Fi back on. I'm waiting for it. I don't know what's going on, bruh. All right. So if y'all want to call back up to the show, come on and call back up. If y'all want to call back up to the show, come on and call back up. We waiting on y'all. The bounce back. The bounce is back. Yeah. The bounce is back. 267-957-1431 if you want to call up to the show. Let's go. We got a half hour left into the show. So make sure y'all come on in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, y'all. It's the Spotlight Sports Network. Let me see if it's still connected to the Wi-Fi. To the Bluetooth. Yeah, it's still connected. We wait for y'all to call up. I seen a lot of numbers calling up when Raider Pete was on the line. Where y'all at now? Where y'all at now? It was the hat. I think it was the hat. The red bottom hat I had to put in the tuck. Had to put in the tuck. Had to put it back. Had to put it back in the case, you know? It was the hat, bro. It was definitely the hat. Come on, y'all. Don't be scared to call up. We got 79. What? We got 73 people in here. Come on up and call, man. What y'all scared for? We Raiders, baby. We ain't scared of nothing. We Raiders, baby. The light got brighter with that hat. It's the sign of the SB 2022 Raiders. Talk that talk. Talk that talk, brother. Talk that talk. Like I said, if y'all want to call up to the show, the number is down there. 267-957-1431. If you want to let your voice be heard and you want to put in your predictions, call up to the show. Ask me anything you want to ask me about anything related to the Raiders. Call up. I don't know if anybody else went live and people are leaving. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I support everybody. All right, so here we go. Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who is this and where you calling from? I don't know. Hello? Hopefully he could call back. Hopefully he could call back, whoever that was. Damn, I got 20 missed calls. Y'all was calling in when I was trying to get my internet back. Y'all was calling in. Oh, here we go. Another caller. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Darren.
Yo,
Darren.
who this?
This is Raider Rex from the OC down in Southern California.
What's up, my guy? What's going on with you? Good evening. It's 5:34 in Philadelphia right now. So how are you, my man?
5:34 in Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's 5:34 in Philadelphia right now.
Y'all
3 hours behind, brother.
Yeah. The sun's out and everything.
Facts.
Nah, you was talking about everybody scared to call in. It's like, hey, I'm gonna call in and say, hey, what's up, man? Hey. And I'm over here actually packing up because I'm getting ready to move out to Oregon.
Oh man. Congratulations on the new move, you know. Congratulations on the move, man. I know you don't want to leave California because California is where a lot of people want to be, but you know, you gotta do what's best for you.
Las Vegas and everything, but like, it's all good. But I just wanted to call you and say, hey, what's up? You know, I ain't nobody afraid to call, but I am busy.
Hey, it's all love,
and
man.
All that stuff you were talking about earlier and everything, you right, man. You are right.
Thank you.
All that stuff you were talking about earlier, I was listening to your whole show here, man. I'm like, hey, man, what he's saying is the truth of the matter, you know? And a lot of people don't understand all that. But we got to have our line together. Looks like it's going to be a little tough. But if they can step up and hold it just enough, I'm sure Carr can get the ball passed around. And yes, he did pass the ball too much to Waller off the beginning. Actually, I wondered, is that really Carr's fault, or is that in Gruden's game plan and Carr got to just go along with it, you know? Possibility.
I mean, it could be a bit on both.
Pass the ball around.
It could be on both.
Got to pass the ball around.
Right.
Well, if you throw it to Waller first, now Waller's going to absorb the coverage. That means everybody else has an opportunity on one-on-one. But at the same time, those players got to beat their man. And if they can't beat their man, you're kind of screwed, you know?
Facts. Absolutely.
Yeah. And he did have an open man where he threw it down short to Ingo. I think you guys were saying it was Waller, and I think it was. He was standing in the middle of the field all by himself. And it's like, I know not to concentrate on Waller, but concentrate on the open person. Sometimes it's Waller, sometimes it's not. Pass the ball around. Running wise, it's a good thing we do have Drake, considering what's going on with Jacobs. And yes, turf toe does suck, man. So I wish him well. I hope everything goes well. We'll be watching the game. Go Raiders, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate you calling in, brother. I always want to have different people call up and let their voice be heard. Because I do this for the fans, even though this is a full time thing that I do. I do this for y'all. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for y'all, man. It's a fact.
I saw you on the game thing. I went back and watched it because somebody said, "Oh, I think it was a little bit under the alcohol," and I was like, "What? I gotta check that out." So I went back and watched your video on that day. It was like, "Oh yeah, there's a lot of alcohol and all that switching around and everything. You really got them pumped up." Oh yeah, it was a good one. I enjoyed that. I saved that one.
I don't know if you saw the live, but
this cup.
I don't know if you saw the live, but the Raiders cup I have in my hand right now. This is why I don't have nothing in it right now. This is why I don't have nothing in it, because I could be crazy.
At the end of that game, I was predicting everything at the end of the fourth quarter and what was going to happen in overtime. And I'm telling the girl in front of me, plus another guy listening and everything. And everything I said that was going to happen happened. And it was like, even after the Leatherwood screw up, it was like, oh, that sucked, man. And then we threw the interception, like, oh, well, I really didn't panic or anything. I wasn't too worried about it. It was like, okay, turnover. We need the turnover. Sure enough, we got the turnover. And I was like, okay, don't worry about it. Carr can move the ball. We got the ball downfield. They were threatening to go with the field goal and decided, and I'm like, we'll see what happens here. And he threw it up and over, and that made it. But in the end of the fourth quarter, we only had like 30-some seconds left, 37, I guess. I told my friends, I go, hey, believe me, man, I do it on the video game, one pass deep, and bam, it's a touchdown. John Madden video. So I go, we can do it, man. He can do the ball. And sure enough, one pass down, boom, second pass down. And then when it came onto the leg of Carlson, I told people, he can hit it. He's got the legs for it. And sure enough, he hit it, and we went into overtime. I was like, I told you people, man, don't panic.
Right.
Boy, we had high and lows on the emotions in the Raider bar too, but it was all good, man. In the end, it turned out great. But yeah, so I just wanted to call in and say, hey, what's up? I ain't nobody here afraid to call you, but yeah, I am a little busy right now.
It's all love. It's all love, brother. Thank you for calling up. It's already love. But before you go,
have a good day.
Before you go, what is your final prediction for this game this weekend?
Oh, I knew you was going to ask me that. And honestly, I'm thinking it's going to be like a 17-14 game, maybe. Low scoring, even 2017. Our offensive line is slightly hurting. Their defense is not all that great on the line. Our defense is doing okay. Their offensive line is kind of so-so. Their defensive backs are pretty good. So I'm hoping our defensive backs will be able to cover everything. As long as we could, and you know that Ben Roethlisberger ain't going to run nowhere. It's not like they're playing the Ravens anymore. They're going to squash the middle.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. But before you go, I got to do this for you.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Had to put that soundboard on there. Touchdown, Raiders. You know what? Thank you for calling up, brother. I know you got a lot of stuff doing, with the moving and everything. I really do appreciate you taking time out your day to call up to the show, brother. And I think he hung up, so.
Touchdown, Raiders!
So that's what it is, y'all. So make sure y'all call up to the show, 267-957-1431. We having ourselves a good time here, having a good, talking Raiders, giving the final predictions. That's what we do here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. So let's go.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who is this and where you're calling from? Hello? Hello? I don't know what's going on. Call back. Hold up, y'all. I'm getting the app. Hold up, y'all. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who is this and where you calling from?
Spotlight.
Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Out of LA. What's up with you, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's up? What's going on?
All right, man. It's Frank White, man.
What's going on, brother?
To talk about the Raiders. What's up, man? Hey, man. I just wanted to talk about the haters, man. Hey, how did Derek Carr look on Monday, man? How did he look this week, man? Because I felt like he got battle tested against the Ravens. He still came through. We was down 14-0. Had a rough first half. And in the second half, I feel like he looked like the man.
Okay. So this is what I can say. This is what I can say about Derek Carr. Yeah, he started off really, really bad in the first quarter. He didn't look like himself. I think when it came down to Derek Carr, and when it came down to the end of that second quarter, to put us in position to kick a field goal, that's what changed. That's what really changed for the Raiders, man. That's what really changed for us when we had 30-something seconds left, not in that fourth quarter, but at the end of the second quarter. When Derek Carr got us down the field to kick that field goal to be down 4. That's what changed. That would change our offense.
Exactly.
And even though Derek Carr didn't have a great third quarter, but it was better than the first and the second. I can say that.
Exactly, man. Hey, he looked good. He didn't look nervous. And another thing, what I wanted to say, crunch time, Derek Carr, man. If he could play the whole game like he played when it's crunch time, man, Derek Carr he'd be a fucking number one, a top 5 quarterback, man. Because goddamn, man, and when the game is on the line, he play on a different level.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have him in a no huddle offense, you see how effective can Derek Carr be, bro. He definitely could be effective when he's in a no huddle offense.
Yeah, definitely, man. And another thing, man, I want to talk about our defense, man. The defense, man, we look good. We look good on Monday. We look better than we was last season. You could tell a much improvement. You could tell Paul Gunther. I like your system. I like the forward, whatever we was the linemen. I like everything we was coming out of. The lineup we was coming out of. All of it looked fresh and new, man. It looked unpredictable. Man, dude, the defense looked beautiful. Did you see? We had 3 players with 10 or more tackles.
Yes, I did see that.
Come on, man. I never seen that in that one. When you look at the box score, man, I haven't looked at that. I never seen. You usually just see one player, man. If we get that, Abrams. You had goddamn, what's the guy that just came? I used to play with the Chargers, Perryman, and it was somebody else.
KJ Wright, Corey Littleton as well.
Might have, exactly, man. Might have been Littleton. Shit, man. And another thing, man. I feel like
why they say that is this ex brother or this is ex on the call?
Ex who?
Is it ex that be on Doc's or Graphk Raiders YouTube? He had the dreads. No. They say that you sound like him. That's why. He's another Raider. But he don't have a Raider. He don't have a YouTube channel. But he said, yeah, they said that you sound like that, man.
No. That's not X, man. It's not X, G. Hey, another thing, man. The coaching looked better, man. What do you think about the coaching?
I think in the first half when it came to the coaching, I think they just try to get those jitters out. I think they just had to get those jitters out. They were throwing the ball. I think we threw a ball a lot. I think in this game, if you want to be Pittsburgh, you have to be balanced. You have to be balanced.
Yeah, you got to definitely be more balanced.
Yeah, we threw the ball. We threw the ball more than we ran the ball. And I understand that Jacobs was hurt, but you had Peyton Barber back there. You had Trey Reagans to come up from the roster, and you had Keon Drake. You could have used them, you know.
Exactly. I think Big Ben is going to give our defense opportunity to make plays, man. I looked at the highlights from the game last week, and he looked terrible, man. He didn't look like, big. Let's not get it messed up. Big Ben used to be a good quarterback, a top tier quarterback. So, I mean, he doesn't look like his old self. He looked like he at the end of the road or something, But hey, man, I tuned into the show last Monday, right? Or on Monday. Hey, man, one thing I wanted to tell you. I think I know you was mad at Leatherwood. I was mad at him too on the goal line, right? But I think we gotta cut him some slack just because I don't know. I never seen nobody use the hard count on the goal line. Like it's to me, once you get there, it's power football, man on man. Move whoever's in front of you out the way.
Right.
And just to let the people here know, if you watch the press conference, that wasn't on Derek Carr. Gruden said that he called that shit in the huddle or something. I mean, I don't know why he would call that, but I just think we got to cut Leatherwood some slack, man. He looked good, man.
I see in that, but my thing is this though. This is my thing, and people say that I have something against Alex Leatherwood. I understand.
No, you don't, man. I don't. You like the Raiders just like everybody else.
But
you don't got nothing biased against them.
People say that because I thought he was a reach in the first round. That's why they say that.
We all did. I didn't even know who he was. He wasn't even on my radar, so I don't got a problem with that.
I don't know, but the thing about Leatherwood is, this is my thing. You're a professional now. You played Pee-wee, you played junior high, you played high school, you play college. Now you're in the pros. The number one thing that they tell you at any level, you don't move until the balls move. And I don't know who was there last night when I did Thursday Night Football on my other channel, the Spotlight Sports Network. That's why the Giants lost. Because the guy was lined up between the center and the guard.
When they kicked the field goal,
and he jumped and the ball did not move. Why are you moving? You're right there. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but just hear me out. Just hear me out. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie. It doesn't matter if you're a vet. You don't move until the ball moves. So even if he did it as a rookie mistake, you can see veterans do it too. So that's all I'm saying. You don't move until the ball moves. It's simple football. You tell 9 and 10-year-olds that in little league.
No cap.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I had an issue with Leatherwood. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you on that. You know, everybody like to blow everything out of proportion, man. I know
Facts.
You don't got no. I'm already knowing you're a Raider fan as big as anybody. So, but with Leatherwood, man, he showed me something, man. I knew he wasn't. I knew he was good in the run, but I didn't know he could move people like that, man. He was moving people and we needed that. I feel like with Trent Brown was better in passing. But I feel like he got in Josh Jacobs' way in the run game. Like he was too big. He was causing too big of a pileup, if you get what I mean.
Right. I 100% agree with you. I just feel like I don't have an issue with the player. I just have an issue with him and what he did and where we're at in the game. Because if you think about it, if Leatherwood would never went off sides, the game would have been over and Carr would never threw an interception. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that I don't have nothing against Alex Leatherwood. I had nothing against him. The play itself, if he just stays still, the game is over. If we don't have to move back, and Carr does not have to throw the football. That's it. I'm just talking about the situation in itself.
Yeah. To me, honestly, if we're going to blame somebody, we got to blame Gruden for that because I don't think he should have caught that shit in the goal line. To be honest, I think Carr probably was like, what the fuck are we doing calling to go.
don't see other teams doing that shit. You know, it's like when Gruden try to get a little fancy too much. He try to get too fucking fancy sometimes, and that kind of like that's the thing with him. You know, that's why when we got to the goal line, like I was like, I know it's not over, man. Just I hope we don't do nothing crazy. I didn't even want to throw the ball at the goal line. You know, so I mean, we got to get out on Gruden. You know, but one more thing before I get out of here, man. I want to talk about Cleve Farrell. I know he's coming back this week. What do you expect from him?
What do I expect from Carr this week?
No, not Carr. Cleve Farrell.
I mean, we haven't seen much of Cleve Farrell in preseason, so at this moment, I really don't know what to expect. I don't even know where they're going to put him at because, Cleve Farrell comes off and playing the DN. He played a little bit of D tackle last year with us. So I really hope Cleve Farrell plays inside to stop the run, to help the inside interior, help to stop Najee Harris. But I'm expecting him to have a solid game. I just gotta see how the game flows for him. He didn't play in week 1, and hopefully he doesn't re-aggravate his back, in pregame, because that's why he was able being out, because he re-aggravated his back. So hopefully he'll be ready. Hope he had full practices, but I just hope Cleve Farrell will be ready. Absolutely, I think he'll be good.
Yeah, man. I think he'll be good. I think the thing with him, man, he was drafted a little too high, so people like to pick with, where he was drafted at. But I feel like we were looking for somebody who could do both things, and that's stop the pass and rush the head. And he might.
Hello, bro.
I feel like he stops the run good as hell. It's like if we would have drafted it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right, so his call dropped, y'all. His call dropped. Cleve be inside and outside, but I think he's better inside, in my opinion. I think he's better inside. So I'm taking a few more calls, y'all. Make sure y'all call up to the show, 267-957-1431. It is the Spotlight Sports Network and the Spotlight Sports Talk. We are live on both channels. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to the Spotlight Sports Network if you want to see more NFL games, NBA games, or anything of that nature.
Kingston,
So we do have another call.
845.
Thank you for calling the Spotlight Radio Talk with Spotlight. And who is this and where you calling from?
This is Cool Cat 75 from New York.
What's going on, Cool Cav? You was finally getting through, my brother. What's up?
Chilling, man. How's everything going out there?
Man, it's Philadelphia for you. Same day, same shit in Philadelphia. So what's going on with you? How you feeling? How you feeling about this weekend's game, man?
Well, we gotta win this game. When we win this game, we gotta win. We're gonna win by 10 points. I think it's gonna be a slow game. I think it's gonna be a slow defensive game, back and forth. I just think that we gonna feel a little shaky on the offensive line, and we gotta get Ruggs and Edwards going for sure, and Foster, get those guys going and stop, pounding Waller in all the time. Just trying to spread this ball around, man.
Facts. That's why I had an issue. Like, even though that Carr threw 56 times, but Edwards only had 4 receptions. Ruggs only had 2. Waller had 10. Renfro had what? Renfro had 7 receptions. Where's the rest of that going? Where else did he throw it? Kenyon Drake had 5. But 19 targets. Right. That's where the throws went to. The 19 targets. And I just feel like, if our offense is going to be explosive, we got to spread the ball. That's just me.
Yeah.
We got to spread the ball around. There's only one football, You
gotta trust. You gotta start working with Ruggs after practice or something, and start getting him the ball more often. Ruggs got to start running some routes. He's got to get his footwork a little bit better. I think it goes both ways. I think both of them got to start getting their stuff together so they can, get that ball out there to him. I mean, Edwards looks like a little more polished than Ruggs right now. He's making his way. So I think he needs to I think Carr needs to start trusting these guys because that's Carr's weak link right now. Is like he's not getting these two guys the ball like they're supposed to right now.
I agree 100% with you, bro. Because now they're in their second season, they had a full preseason. But the thing about it is, I think Brian Edwards and Henry Ruggs should have played in the preseason this year. I think they should have, in my opinion. They didn't get no gameplay in the preseason. I think certain players that starters on a team now should have played in the preseason, and it showed. It showed in week one. Like you want those younger guys. I understand the older guys like Incognito, Solomon Thomas, or them older guys don't play like a Yannick, but Ruggs. Not Renfro. I wouldn't say Renfro. Renfro, he's already solidified. But I think Ruggs, Edwards, Nick Bowers did play in the preseason. Trey Reagan's played in the preseason. But I think we need some of them second-year guys that could have played instead of sitting out, in my opinion.
That's right, because I think they needed to play as much as the new guys that was coming in that they wanted to see a lot. They need Ruggs and Edwards to get in there and get some game time before the season starts, and instead of looking rusty out there for the first half. But we're lucky that that we have a defense now that can carry us a little bit. But you can't have that going into the rest of the season where we play sloppy for the first half and have the defense out there because it's going to be, how it's going to get, how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
You rely too much on the defense and these guys get tired by the fourth quarter. So, you got to get these guys going in the offense early.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So what is your score prediction going into this game, brother? What is your final score prediction since this game is this weekend? Is going to be interesting to see how it comes out. But what's your final score prediction, bro?
I think I want to say 27-17 Raiders win. I'll leave it at 10 points.
Okay. 20. You said 27-17?
Yeah.
And yes, Johnny Kicknuts, they did activate Riggins. Riggins is still, I think he's still on a 53-man roster since Jacobs is not playing this weekend. Yeah, but they're calling up to the show, bro. Is there anything else you would like to let the Raider Nation know? So I know you be in there, you be talking your talk, man. I know you be talking your talk in there.
I'm just I'm just glad I just get to call in and chop it up with you for a little bit. It was fun. I'll be in the chat chiming in as always.
It's all love, man. Thank you for calling up, Cool Cat, man. I appreciate the support, man. 100%.
No problem. Take it easy, brother.
All right, you too.
Peace.
All right, we got another caller coming in. And thank you for calling. Hold up. Give me a second. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who was this and where you calling from? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? All right, so before I take a call, I do got a $5 super chat from Payson Cunningham. He does say this is exactly why Drake is worth $11 million. We will need to keep JJ healthy. A starting backup as a starter was a genius decision. One of the best decisions that they made all offseason. Yeah, we've all talked about it. Who was going to back up Josh Jacobs going into this season? Jalen Richard is not the answer. And I've been saying it. That's why we went out and got Keon Drake, because if Jalen Richard was the answer, I think we wouldn't have got Keon Drake. I thank you for that super chat, brother. I really do appreciate you with that super chat. 100%. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. All right, so if y'all do want to call up to the show, it is 6 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. It is 6 o'clock. I am taking like two more calls, and it's the first of the two.
CA19.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who is this? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Who is this?
Up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, this is Reese. It's Reese Rock. Yeah.
Yo, Reese Rock, what's going on, brother? What's up?
Hey, man, I had to get this call in, man. I had to make sure I get this call in. Hey, I want to talk about the defense real quick. on how just compared to last year on third down, we were just hoping to just get even close. Just one person even just sniff the quarterback. Now we're actually hitting the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on another level up from hitting the quarterback to hitting the ball out. Not just hitting the ball out, we're getting the ball. So that's how much different our defense is. And so when I was talking shit to my Ravens fan right there Monday, next to a Chiefs fan right there, you know, don't worry. We were down by 14 points before as I was talking to the Chiefs fan. Don't worry. We got you right where we want you, right? It's going to be an epic just blowout, or we're going to come back like how we did, you know? So, but just the improvement of the defense, like you said, from the 6 different people we have on a defensive line to our cornerback, from them just running around everywhere. Can you name a play where we actually look lost? Unlike last year to where you're like, where the hell is the defender? Like, why are they 10 yards off the ball? Why is it 3rd and 9 and they're 15 yards off the ball? Why is nobody in the backfield? Why is everybody missing a tackle? Now, you can say everybody in that game had a significant play. You can name anybody on the defense, except for Corey Littleton. But, you know, he has a couple of weeks to make a play, but you can say everybody on that defense made a significant play that you can remember. Even KJ Wright just showing in on that 4th down play, you know, showed up. All right, and also comes to Morrig, you know, he didn't get an interception, but he was everywhere. Even to our defensive line. I don't know if you remember that last run from Lamar Jackson. I think when Nate Hobbs kind of tackled him, even Hankins was running down the field. I just feel there's just so much more emphasis on be around the ball, no matter what. I don't care where you are on the field, run to the ball, and great things will happen. I think that happened for us. I think for Malone, Jefferson, we were around the ball. Like, it was when that fumble happened, because we were there before. I was telling the Ravens homie, we're hitting Lamar. We're hitting them. We're not just tapping and we're hitting them. It's 1-2. We're putting our hand on the ball. We're putting 2 bodies on them. You're not a running back. It's going to, you know, it's like Madden, right? Sooner or later, that ball is going to come out. And it started to come out. It was like a play where Johnson, I think hit him or hit one of the tight ends, and the ball kind of ripped loose, but it went out of bounds so fast, like off the first bounce. I said, okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. The defense is getting closer. There's signs of this defense, you know, turning into something, you know. And like you said, the end game kind of showed what we were doing all game. We were just putting our hands and on the ball. We were getting bodies on the ball and on the person, and we actually had people to actually clean up, because it doesn't matter if we get the ball out, if we don't get that ball.
Facts. And you just broke it down for me, man. You just broke it down for me to the T, to the core, and the defense looked really good. They look really good, even though 27 points was put up. But you got to think about it. It's week 1. This defense is still trying to gel. That's why I'm not too mad.
Well, let me see.
We put up 27 points.
I'll cut you off. Let me go back to the offense, right? The offense, like I said before, and I've been saying, the last 7 weeks last year, or just like the year before, the offense didn't average 29, 27 points. We averaged like 20 points, because we would go 3 and out, which would force our defense to play perfect.
Right.
And that means the other offense if we get 6 possessions to the offense and they only get a field goal, that means the other offense only has to barely dink and dunk. And our defense has to play like the 0-1 Ravens. And our defense was not the 0-1 Ravens. So when we're not scoring in field goals in this generation, doesn't matter unless you're up by 14 to extend the lead so they have to go for a 3rd touchdown. Get 2 touchdowns in this league, doesn't matter. Field goals in this league, in this time, doesn't matter. That's what John Gruden didn't get last year, that field goals, because our field goal kicker had more field goal kickers than our like 35 field goals to Derek Carr's like 25 touchdowns. That can't happen. That means there's, you know, if we had about 8 of those field goals, that's 2 different games. My point is, if the offense is not catching up or is not scoring, then our defense has to play perfect. Because like you said, though, we didn't get those 3 points before that half. The Ravens are kicking a field goal. The game plan is not just a touchdown. It's cool, but we can just get a field goal and get another possession and get 1 stop. That means they have to go for 2, 3 touchdowns rather than just that 1 touchdown to put them in the game. And so that's when our offense finally woke up. It helped. They work hand in hand, right? The defense doesn't have to struggle to stop them from the field goal if the offense scores a touchdown. right? Once the offense scores a touchdown, now the defense can, we can settle down now. We don't have to play perfect. We don't have to play, 0-1 Ravens perfect. We can just focus on making the play. And I think that's
turnovers. Turnovers was a big thing that I wanted to look for in this game because we couldn't get a turnover to save our lives last year. We couldn't get a turnover.
But our offense didn't score unless our defense got a turnover this game.
Right.
If you name back, our offense didn't start a drive where they just went down the field and our offense, is alive. They didn't need a turn. Every score was off a defensive stop or a defensive, turnover or 3 and out. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How the defense, it was a defensive game that kept us in this game, like Khalil Mack, right? Only reason why Derek Carr, all these 25, 24, game comebacks, all those games, Khalil Mack, the score was kept between 3 to 10, 7 points, which gave our offense a chance, right? But if our defense is giving up, right, points, our offense has no chance. But if our offense doesn't score points, even if that 3-1 doesn't matter, when we played the Bucs last year, it was a 4-point game, right? 3rd and 2, on our 30-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't make it, right? We kicked the field goal. But then our defense got to stop, right? Our defense got to stop. But then what did the offense do? 3 possessions. A pick, a fumble, and then a pick six. That's not on the defense. Now, I'm not saying the defense was perfect, but it gave us a chance. If your offense, and like I said, if our offense, like you said, just like Lamar Jackson, they gave him a chance. Our offense gave their offense a chance. Our defense gave their offense a chance, but they didn't convert. Like I said, the offense has an obligation. You have to score, or you put it all on the defense to stop a field goal. If Jonathan Abrams doesn't stop Mark Andrews on that catch, because they're on the 45-yard line,
they would have kicked the field goal.
First down. Yeah, with 5 yards to go with a whole fresh 110, that's the game. Yep. That game right there, that Jonathan Abrams made there's so many biggest plays like Hunter Renfrow, Edwards, the field goal kick. There were so many. That's what made this Raider win. It wasn't reason why last year we failed. We didn't have depth. We didn't have depth.
Yeah.
Everybody was injured. When we got people injured, we had people to come in. We had, and Derek Carr wasn't just looking at Waller, having to go to him 30 times. Now he looked and said, you know what? Edwards was busting. I don't know that play before we got the field goal. He put the route on Humphries. Humphries was playing inside. He was playing inside, and then he stutter step, and then he faded outside, and then he faked inside, which got Humphries to jump inside, which allowed Edwards to go out just to get out just enough to curl back inside on that hit to catch that. Anyway, it was a great play. It was just. But my point is, we had depth. We had players. We have more pieces, and like you said, you can't get to the Super Bowl without pieces and players. Hunter Renfrow was our best player, our best receiver last year. He still might be our best receiver when it comes getting open and route running and savviness. Brian Ayers still has more time to develop, but when it comes to a team as a whole, we're completely this different team. If we come down to being ahead like we did last year, 6-4 or 6-3, like the years before, we have the depth, and now we have Gruden, we have the talent now, because we didn't have a problem in the red zone like we usually have, right? Usually we don't score like that in the red zone. Usually we don't. There was that last, second kind of, but that was just a bad, crazy Raider craziness, right? Like if you're a Raider fan, a pick on the end zone, or when we're right there, the game's over. Like I said, but the fact that Brian Edwards had the balls just to go for that touchdown, I'm like, we're all right. That we actually have football players now. We don't have players that just show up and
we have dogs. We have dogs. That's what it is. We got dogs.
That's why I said on Graphk Raiders channel, right? I put on the comment. I don't take it as racist, but take it as real, right? How real this lady was talking. This old Asian lady, right? Maybe 4 foot tall. She spoke the realest thing to me. Why did the 08 Celtics beat the 08 Lakers? Because they had a bunch of hungry niggas on that squad. Yes. Now we got a bunch of hungry dogs on this squad. I'm like, what? I thought about that. You got Garnett, Paul Pierce, Posey, Poe, Rondo, bunch of dogs. Like, we had no chance that year. But now I'm saying that we have those players, we have those dogs this year. They don't have those dogs on KC. I don't see those dogs on the Chargers. I don't see those dogs on the Broncos, right? I don't really see those dogs, on the Bills, right? Yeah, I think we actually have the pieces this year. If we stayed the course, right? John Gruden, don't try to be too conservative. Gus Bradley keep making adjustments, and everybody just ball out, and we just help each other on each side of the ball. Okay, what are your thoughts, man?
You said a lot in there, man.
I saw Jamaicans, man. We talk a lot. You gotta keep up with Jamaican lingo, man. We go to 100 real fast.
Listen, my cousins have Jamaican, so I know, like, cause she talks all day long. But before I answer that, I want to do a $10 super chat. Shout out to Raider Rex. He said, Raider Rex here. Good job to you, Darian. Keep up the good work. RN4L for life. Thank you for that $10 super chat. Really do appreciate it. And I just want to let everybody know, if you want to go join my Discord, I actually re-downloaded the app. I put the link in the description if you want to be a part of the Raiders Discord. If you want to talk any other Raiders talk outside of calling in here, definitely go hit up the Discord. We really do appreciate all the love and support. But yeah, I think if we just stay the course, if we play to our strengths, and be disciplined, because we was not disciplined last year on both sides of the ball. If we could play disciplined and clean and play Raiders football within those lines, we could go really far, bro.
And let me give credit to Derek Carr, because I've been one of those Derek Carr critics, because I didn't like the tiptoe, the throwing around, all that, all this and that, Like I said, I would say partly Gruden on play calling, but partly on Carr is making some just weird plays. I saw him with giving some help. He grew up. I saw him manipulate the pocket, use his feet, wait that extra half second, to deliver the rock and look downfield. I'm seeing a different Carr this year, and like you said, that's my guy. Like that's my quarterback, man. He showed me something this last game, because that was a heavy blitz team. When you going against a heavy blitz team like that, you got to make that play like Lamar. He was Lamar Jackson, but he did it with his arms and his tippy toes, but in the pocket. Lamar Jackson did to ours, and he made more plays. That's what Derek Carr did for us versus that defense. He just made all the right plays, even when there was no play. Even when there was no play, he still made it. That Edwards, it was a Hail Mary chuck. But he put enough mustard. Even though I hate his little tippy toe kind of sell the ball, it was a perfect play for that moment. It was him and Zay Jones, and like I said, he rocketed it in when he needed to. And like he said, he John Gruden made some calls, and he was like, "Fuck that, no, we're gonna do this call," And like I need that from Derek Carr. Just like Russell Wilson, just because he's a God-fearing man, don't mean he's weak, right? Just because Derek Carr's a God-fearing man, don't mean that you're weak. Right, take over, take initiative, take the game over if you got to, and I'll go down swinging. You doing that, then dumping the ball off to a 2-yard play when we need 11 yards, right? Like a 2-yard game when we need 11 yards, right? It's or something like that. But yeah, I've talked enough. I just wanted to say my piece, and go Raider Nation. We're gonna get those Steelers this week. Like I said, all the homies are Steelers fans, Raiders fans, Chiefs fans. Everybody's going to get it this year. This is the year. We, like you said, in the words of Graphk, talk that shit.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Let's go. Listen,
that's what I'm gonna get. Is the accumulation of the Raiders, man. It's a summary of the Raiders talk. We gonna.
Facts. Thanks for calling up, brother. One, I really do appreciate that, man. Letting the Raider Nation know how it is. You need a YouTube channel. I'm letting you know that now. You need a YouTube channel.
Damn it. Peace to you. Hey, God bless all you YouTubers, man, because there's no other team that does this. There's no other team. You don't know unless you're the Raider. You just don't know. It's
right.
All right, then, man. Go Raider Nation.
All right, you too, brother. All right, and that was the last call of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That was the last call of the day. Man, if y'all have not gone and got my Discord, is pinned at the top. If you want to become a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, it's pinned at the top. But the lines are closed, ladies and gentlemen. The lines are closed. We had an action-packed show today on this Friday. An action-packed show. Make sure y'all become a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. The more members that we have, I would do member-only chats. So don't forget about that. But make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Spotlight Raiders Talk. I know I don't post on there a lot. I got multiple Instagrams that I have to run. So I will when I'm on there, I'm on there. Follow me on Twitter at Spotlight RN Talk. please do that as well. I do respond to everybody. I'm not no person that don't respond to anybody. If you want to be in the Discord, the link in the Discord is at the blue top. It's pinned at the top of the comments. Make sure y'all do that. If you want merch, the link is in the description for the merch. If you want to go to Spotlight Sports Network's YouTube, just go to Spotlight Sports Network and search it in the search bar. Is a red, black, and white logo. Make sure you holler at the Spotlight Sports Network. I do be over there. That's what I do full time. And I love y'all, man. I love all of y'all. I know we go back and forth. We talk, but it's Raiders talk at the end of the day. It's Raiders talk, and that's what we do, man. It's Friday, and I really hope y'all have a great day. I will see y'all back Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Thank y'all so much for coming up to the show, man. Thank y'all so much. Let me just fix this comment real quick. Let me take this down. Hold up. Let me take this down. Hold up. I know I just put up there. Okay, there we go. So thank y'all. Let me take this down too. So thank y'all so much for calling up to the show, man. We really do appreciate everybody that called into the show. All the comments, all the super chats, everything that was here, man. Thank y'all so much. And one last time before we go.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Y'all have a blessed night. Peace, love, and happiness. If we see you on the next live stream or in the next video. Peace out.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.